Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm Josh Ward. I'm a drum instructor here at worshipartistry.com. Now in this video, we're going to be checking out the song Trust in You by Lauren Daigle off of her record How Can It Be. Now in this specific video, we're just going to be looking at the grooves that are going on within the chorus sections of this song. But if you want to see this full lesson, be sure and click on the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. It's going to take you over to worshipartistry.com. Now there you'll see where we have this lesson and many, many more. And the way we do it is we break them down and check out all the verse sections, all the choruses, we look at the bridge, we check out any fills or fill structures within the song. And we also have charts and loops that you can practice right along with these songs as well. Now also on the site we have guitar, keys, as well as bass instructional videos to go with all of these lessons. And basically the site's just built around you and your worship team digging into these songs to where you can better deliver them for your worship gatherings. So for right now, let's go ahead and jump into this lesson. Alright guys, let me go ahead and run through the groove that we're going to be playing in the chorus sections of this song, just so you can see how it should look and sound. We'll break it down, count through it. Alright guys, so for this section of the song, this is going to be the first chorus, and actually all the choruses are just like this as well. This song has a lot of electronics in it, a lot of programmed drum sounds, so we're going to hop into this song, when it kind of builds up, and you can definitely tell that there are some real drums behind this. Normally I would say, we kind of try and match the sounds that we're hearing on the record, even if they are electronic, trying to do some rim clicks or, put our hand on the snare and muffle it down a little bit. But for this particular tune, I actually think it sounds really good if you just kind of let that first section of the song just be, the vocal and the other instruments. If you're playing this song, with your worship team at church, just let that kind of flow. And then when we hop into this first chorus, it's just kind of like a boom, here we are, So just kind of, rather than trying to fill it up with stuff that we're creating, sometimes it's also nice just to kind of let the song breathe a little bit and then hop in. So what we're doing here is just a simple kick, snare, hat groove, and we're counting this groove in the 16th note pattern, okay? So it's just going to be 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and those are our 16th notes. That's going to help us with some of our kicks and where they're landing, helping us count through those. But within that 16th note pattern, we're holding an 8th note pattern on our hi-hat. Okay, so we just got a closed hi-hat, and those 8th notes are just going to be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. All right. Now our snare is being hit on beat 2 and beat 4, okay? Now just counting through this groove slowly, basically it's 2 parts to this groove, and it's just a simple, consistent pattern that just rotates through, okay? So the first part is just going to be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, okay? And then on the end of 3, we're actually going to lift up our hi-hat and get a little sizzle in there. So it's just going to be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Okay, so that's the first part. And then the second part is pretty simple as well. It's just going to be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Okay, so 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Okay, but then on the end of 3 again, we're lifting up our foot on the hi-hat just to get that little sizzle in there. So it's just a consistent groove. If you can't do the hi-hat sizzle yet, just leave that out. Just do the straight 8th notes until you get all the footwork going on. And then once you grasp that, then, try and throw that hi-hat sizzle in there as well. If you're having trouble with it at first, just kind of leave that out and then come back to it later. Usually that helps a little bit. So that's all we got, guys. Just a 2-part groove, and it's just a rotating consistently through the chorus sections. Now, when we get to the bridge, it's going to be the exact same pattern, exact same groove. All we're doing for the bridge is just lifting up our toe on our hi-hat just a little bit to let those hats sizzle all the way through that groove. So don't worry about the sizzle on the end of 3, trying to nail that. We're just kind of a washy hi-hat all the way through the bridge, okay? But the exact same groove, so nothing else is changing, all right? So let me go ahead and slow this down one more time just so you can lock into it and see a little slower. All right, guys, so once you nail down this groove and lock it in, let's move on over and check out verse 2.
Truth is, you know what to